I just created server-side DEV, client-side DEV. Eclipse also are managing in the same location instead of searching where Eclipse is there. Let us see server-side application development. Go to star.spring.io. Select Maven. So the group as com.lara. Artifact, any project name. I'm just mentioning app 1. Whenever you are developing a real-time project, go for var type, not the jar type. Even jar also can be. There are some kind of changes required while deploying. Instead of that, select a var. JDK 17 only highly recommended. Application 1, com.lara, var type, add dependencies. First and foremost one, Spring Web. Second one, data JPA. Third one, H2. Spring Web, data JPA, H2 database. These three dependencies, minimum. Later I'll change from H2 database to MySQL. You will come to know how to change. Click on generate. Choose the server side DEV. Server side DEV application 1. Go to the server side DEV. Extract application 1. Open the Eclipse. Import the same. Choose the workspace as a server-side DEV. Workspace. Choose the workspace as a server-side DEV. Server-side DEV. Select folder. server-side DEV as a workspace. Click on Launch. Close the welcome file. Import app1, file, import. Go to the Maven. Select existing Maven project. Existing Maven project. Go next. Click on Browse. Select app1. One more time. Till you see src and .mbm. Click on Select folder. Finish. Expand app1. Go to Resources. Open Properties file. Mention server.port is equal to something. Copy H2 database parameters. Configuration for H2 database. This is the data source URL. To see the console, we need to enable. To see the SQL command in the console, we need to go for show SQL is equal to true. Now, try developing a entity class. Everybody, go to the new, select a class. Let's go for simple class with a app user. Class name as app user in the app1 folder. Maybe you can go for entity as a subpackage, app1.entity. All entities will be developing in this particular package. Declare this as an entity, import from Jakarta.persistence. I'm just choosing few general fields. I'll make email ID as a primary key column. Develop setters and getters. App user. Let's go for repository interface in a new package. I'm choosing package name itself, repository, app user repository, a new package. Extend secret repository. Sorry, it should be an interface. It should be an interface. Entity class name, primary key data type. This entity class name, it is there in the different package. You need to import. Come to the next one. Everybody, right click on app1 package, go to the class. I'm choosing a different package. Package name is a DTO. Data transfer object, DTO. Give a class name as sign up success status. The class name as sign up success status. Define setters and getters. So please observe, for every request, we will be developing one DTO, data transfer object. For every request, server will be sending one data transfer object that is containing mainly the message from the server and the status of execution. It's not an execution, it's a status of your request. Whether your request resulted success or a failure. Similarly, right click on DTO, go to the new, select a class. Login success status. Login success status. In this DTO also, same fields required. Now, let us develop a service layer. Put the class. Give a package as service. I'll choose the class name as app user service. Every service class should have a @service. It's mandatory. Every service class should have @service. Service class will be interacting with the repository. The service class interacting with the repository. Try importing repository. You can provide any message through setter methods. Very similarly, let's go for login as well. You can choose login or authenticate. Now check the password, the client side object and database object. If password is same, then login success will be. So here we are providing specific message. Initially, user is not available. If at all DB object is a null, it will be returning login success status with user is not available and a message as a false. Let us consider user available and password is not matching. Then invalid password. If password also matching, then login success. This is for learning purpose. I just showed three different messages. Generally, we will not be showing user is not available, invalid password. We will show like only one. User or password invalid. Email or password is invalid. Only for better understanding purpose, I provided two different messages. Invalid user and invalid password. User is not available and invalid password. Generally, we will be providing one message only, email ID slash password incorrect. We should not show like a email ID incorrect or password is incorrect. The people, whoever trying to give a wrong attempts, they should not come to know which is wrong. But for clear understanding purpose, I provided like this. This is the service layer. In the service layer only, complete logic should be implemented. Different services should be interacted. Everybody in the service layer only, any kind of logic, any kind of service interaction. Here, only database service interaction. In the future, you may be interacting with the mailing server. You may be interacting with the bank API gateway. You may be interacting with the WhatsApp gateway. All those things we will be keeping in the service layer. In the service layer, it will be interacting to different services. In the service layer, it will be keep interacting to different services. Now come to the controller. Everybody go for a different package. Package name itself I'll be choosing as a controller. App user controller. Let's make this as a REST controller. Also, request mapping. Let me go for admin. Admin activities. Cross origin to allow any type of client. Cross origin to allow any type of client. Controller will be interacting with the service layer. Public response entity. Sign up success. Save method. Request to body. app user. Post mapping, let me go for sign up. Let me go for login itself. This is completely server side development. We need to test this one. While testing also, we can go for JSON object, keeping in the controller. In the future, whenever you want to test it, we can copy this JSON object. It is very recommended, especially in the learning stage. App user, first name, last name, email, password. To avoid typo error, always recommended copying this. First name, I'm just choosing Mohan. Last name. This is the sign up data. The URL should be admin/signup. Admin is a class level URL. Even for login also, I'll provide. For the login, first name and last name not required. Everything is done in the server side. Need to test it. Let us test with the ARC, Advanced REST Client, which is very simple tool to test APIs. So you can download from here. So there will be a button download. I already downloaded and even installed. First and foremost one method type should be post. The URL should be admin slash signup. Already JSON object is there in our controller. Let me copy the same JSON object. This is the JSON object. Click on post. I didn't start the server side. Let me start the server side. Server application. While starting first time, you need to start from the main method. Java application. Allow access. Click on post. You can see 200 with a message and status. Sign up is very success with a status as a true. Similarly, go for login. In place of sign up, I'm giving a login. Let me go for invalid username. Invalid username. Click on post. There is a 500 error. Let me check what it is. If user is not available, we are getting a exception. No such element exception, no value present. Whenever user is not available, we are getting this type of exception. Instead of checking to the null, you can check it out with this exception whenever user is not available. If you supply the correct username and password, you are getting a login success. I just modified correct username. You are getting login success and status as a true. Let me change the password, everybody. Invalid password. Invalid password. Let us modify server-side code in order to handle the exception. Small change in the login method in the service layer. Please add this much. Please check it out. This line is giving an exception whenever user is not available. So same line I kept inside a try. This portion doesn't require to be inside a try, but anyhow, this will be executing if first statement is executing successfully. Otherwise, this statement doesn't require to execute. In the catch body, we are setting a message. User is not available. Let us restart and check it out. While restarting, data is erasing. You need to post sign up once again. Copy sign up JSON object. Whenever restarting, data is erasing. Go to the ARC, go to the post to sign up. Now go to the login. I'm entering some wrong username. Click on submit. User is not available. User is not available. There is an exception. We handled the exception in the catch body. We mentioned the same user is not available as a message. Instead of try catch, we can also implement in this way. Please observe. Find by ID method returning optional from the java.util. Find by ID, returning optional object, returning optional object. Find by ID method, returning optional object. Then check it out in this optional object whether object is present or not. If object is present, then you can go for retrieving that object. If object is present in the optional, loaded object. If loaded object is present in the optional, then retrieve the same object, then compare the password. So please observe, find by id from the repository, find by id from the repository, taking primary key, taking primary key. For that primary key, whatever object is there in the database, that object is returning by storing inside a optional object. Optional object is a container. In that container, it is keeping app user and returning to us. Now you can check it out whether app user available in the optional or not. If app user available in the optional, then only compare the password from the database and the password from the client. Retrieve database object, then I'm setting a different message. So if at all password is success, login success with the status as a true. Otherwise, status will be false. This is about server side sign up and login. Still lot of changes we will be doing here, but this is a base code for sign up and login. In the next session, I'll show you client side sign up and login. As of now, we are calling sign up and login from the ARC. In the next session, we will call sign up and login from the Angular application. That's all for now. Prepare very well.